Hey, namaskar everyone. This is Shourabh back again with a brand new video of my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate you how you can leverage the AWS Elastic Load Balancer to distribute HTTP and HTTPS traffic on a fleet of EC2 instances. But not only that, we are also going to learn how we can create custom security groups without using the default one. And what we are not going to use in this video is the creation of custom VPC. We will leverage the default VPC that has been created by AWS itself. So without talking too much, let's get started. So first of all, you need to select the region, the expected region where you want to create your all the resources and the EC2 instances and Elastic Load Balancer. So in my case, I have selected the Mumbai AP South on. It might be different for you, but choose accordingly to your requirements. So now let's go. Here you can see in the recently visited group, I can see that VPC has been listed here because I have more frequently using VPC a lot of time. That is why it is visible here. If you are not finding it here, then simply click on the search bar and type VPC, and you will see the VPC service here, isolated cloud resources. Just click on it, and from here you can pretty much do anything with networking. So first of all, I would like to tell you that VPC is bounded in our region, and the subnets are bounded to a what it was availability zones, and the security groups, it is also bounded to a particular VPC. Okay, so now let's create a new VPC, not VPC, my bad, a new security group. So security group works at instance level. So what does it mean actually, right? So whenever you are going to create a EC2 instance or virtual machine, so in this case, this security group will be act as a firewall, not inside the EC2 instance really, but outside of the EC2 instance, it will act as a firewall. So how we can create it? Here you can see that we have a default security group, but we are not going to use this one. We need to create our own. So first of all, we will create our what does it say? Okay, so let's give it a name, my EC2 security group. So I have selected a name for it, and this field is also mandatory. So I'm going to allow SSH, HTTP, and HTTPS. Okay, so these are the common ports or protocols that I need, okay, in this video. But we are not going to look into the HTTPS, but for the sake of simplicity and later adoption, I am just adding it here. Okay, now here we can see we need to select the VPC, but in my case, or at this video particularly, we're using the default VPC. Okay, I'm not going to create a separate VPC for this tutorial. Okay, so now we have to configure the inbound rules. So the requests that are going to come or allow to our EC2 instance through our security group is known as the inbound rules. So here I will accept the SSH key, I mean the protocol. So let's search for SSH. Yeah, it will use the default. This is the protocol TCP and port is 22, and it will be accessible from anywhere. Yeah, that is it. We don't need to describe this type because it is optional. Okay, so now let's go and search for HTTP as well, and same for this too, and we are going to select the HTTPS as well. It will use the port 443, and HTTP type is going to use the port 80. Okay, you need to remember these things if you are going to cleared the cloud practitioner, okay, or basic 101 networking as well. This is really simple thing. So these are the pretty much the inbound rules that we need in this video. Now here we have the particular and not particular sorry, so outbound rules. This means the response I'm going to give from our EC2 instance to the internet. So this is going to be allow everything, okay, to the internet. We are sending it to the internet, okay, I mean the users. So now let's create this security group, and this is it. Fine. Now what we need to create another security group for our load balancer. So now let's come here, security groups, and here you can see we have the default security group, and this is the security group that we have created recently. Now let's create another security group for our Elastic Load Balancer. My ELB security group. So ELB is the short form of Elastic Load Balancer, and as you already know that this description is pretty much mandatory in this case, so we need to fill it out. Allow HTTP. Okay, for this I'm just going to allow the HTTP. Okay, now we need to select the VPC. As expected, we have the default one, so we don't have any options right now because we didn't create anything to choose from. Okay, so now the same thing, from where this load balancer will take the on which port and on which protocol the load balancer will take the request. Okay, so it will take the request on HTTP, and it is port 80, and it will take the request from anywhere. Now this is the thing, and the same outbound rules for making the response to the internet. Okay, now let's create the security group. That is it, my boy. Okay, now what we need to do is let's scroll down a little bit, and let's go to the VPC, I mean the security, and the security and security groups. Open up here the EC2 security group, and you need to edit the inbound rules, and here you need to add another rule which is custom. Okay, now you need to select this rule from another security group. Under the security groups, you need to select the my ELB security group, okay, that we just created right now. So we are referencing this ELB security group that we have created for our Elastic Load Balancer, and we're referencing that into our EC2 security group. So it means it will allow the incoming request from the Elastic Load Balancer to our EC2 instance security group. Okay, now let's save it, save the rules. That is it. Now what we need to do, let's go to our home page or the dashboard. So from here you can see this EC2, but if you don't see this usually, then just search for EC2 instance here, and not EC2 instance, EC2 okay, that's the service. And from here you can go to the instances, and there are no instances available here. We need to create one. So let's come here, we'll create an instance called my server on. Okay, my server on. So it will be a Ubuntu server, and it will be okay, T3 micro, that is okay. And we'll create a new security group to access it, ELB key, and I'm gonna create this, and it's been downloaded here. Now we need to select the security group, and this security group is nothing but we need to select it from our okay, so By default, you will see this, it's selected the create security group. We don't need to select it, I mean use it or create a new one, because we have already created the security group dedicated to our EC2 instance. So we need to select or search that security group particularly. So this is the security group, we need to select it, and then let's scroll down. We don't need to do anything else, just I need to launch 2 instances, and let's go. We are going to create 2 exact same instances here, and I'm going to rename the second one with my server 2. Yeah, that is it. It will take a little bit of time. In the meantime, let's go and create a new load balancer here. Under the load balancing, you can see there is an option called load balancer. From here, you might see there is a simple orange button called create load balancer. And here's the most interesting part. It might be a little overwhelming. It might look a little overwhelming to newcomers, but let me simplify it for you. So here you can see that load balancer types. There are 4 types. The third one is the classic load balancer, which we are not looking into because this is deprecated. Okay, it's going to be end very soon, so we are not going to talk about it. So we have currently 3 flavors of load balancer types. First of all, application load balancer. The second one is network load balancer. The third one is gateway load balancer. So what is this use cases? What are the use cases of this particular these 3 load balancers? The first of all, the application load balancer. This is the main star of this video because we are going to use this in this video. Okay, so this is actually this type of load balancer is responsible to distribute your HTTP and HTTPS traffic to your instances. It might be EC2 instance or other gateway or API gateway or a Lambda function as well. Okay, so good to know that application load balancer, it is layer 7, so it supports HTTP, HTTPS traffics and provides some very nice routing, and it also comes up with health checking as well. Okay, so now let's see what is network load balancer. So network load balancer, it is kind of a different thing than application load balancer. It uses on layer 4 and it is very high performance and high throughput. Okay, it works on TCP, UDP and TLS, and it is meant to be balance or distribute the load to a various EC2 instances or another application load balancer or other services that it supports, but internally. Okay, it's not going to face the internet. Now okay, so now what we need what we need to understand is gateway load balancer real quick. So gateway load balancer is excuse me, so gateway load balancer is something that filters the packets or IP to check if it is malicious or not, and then after the verification it will send or distribute the traffic to its destination. In this case it is EC2 instance, but in this case, or as I have already mentioned, that the hero of this video is application load balancer, so we are going to select it. So I'm going to click on the create button, and it requires a name for this load balancer. So let me give it a name real quick. So I named it as my ELB, my Elastic Load Balancer, and it is going to be internet facing. Okay, so there are 2 options. First of all, it is internet facing, and the second one is internal. So internal is not going to expose this load balancer to the internet, so people are not going to won't be able to make the request to its DNS. And if you select this internet facings, then people can make use of the DNS to make the request from the internet. Okay, so the load balancer IP address type, it is IPv4, and what we need to select the VPC that has been created by AWS by default, as we didn't create our own VPC. So in some of my upcoming videos, I may come up with a particular video on VPC creation as well. Let it be now. So now let's go down and explore the other options as well. So here we need to select the availability zone and subnets. So let me tell you that you must need to select at least 2 availability zones. So we need to select 2 availability zones, and here are they. So I'm going to select these 2 availability zones, but why not to say 3? So if you don't have any problem, just select. Ultimately you're learning right now, okay, so it doesn't matter, because we are going to delete all of it right after making it successful. Then why not to choose all the 3s? Okay, so I have selected all the 3 availability zones with its particular subnets. So what are subnets? This may come up in your mind, but for now you need to avoid it, because I am keeping it for my new upcoming videos. Okay, so whenever we are going to create videos on VPC, then I will definitely talk about the subnets as well, because they are the part of the VPCs. Okay, so security groups, we are not going to use any default security group. We are going to use our own security group that we have created, and particularly for this Elastic Load Balancer. So here you can see my ELB security group, which is my Elastic Load Balancer security group. I need to select it as security group here for my load balancer. And listeners and routing, as I have already told you that what type of protocol we are going to allow people to hit request on. So in this case, we are going to allow the HTTP on port 80 of this load balancer, and we need to redirect this traffic from HTTP 80 from this load balancer to our EC2 instances. So how we can do it? Now let's come here. Here you can see the target group and a lot of things. But before that, we need to do a few things here. Let's open up our EC2 instances. Here you can see under the instances, we have 2 running instances, and they are successfully okay. Now let's click on of it, and we need to connect it. Let's come here. We are not going to connect it from our terminal. Instead, we are using this EC2 instance connect, and let's search real quick. Okay, now let's come here and apt sudo apt update. That's nice. It will take a little bit of time. In the meantime, let's select the other instance too, and let's go and connect it the same way to a second server and run the same command here. Sudo apt update. Okay, and the first one, sudo apt install nginx. So yeah, it will install the nginx here, and same for this, sudo apt install nginx, and let's see, this one has been installed. So sudo systemctl status nginx. That is nice. So you can see cd etc cd var tc ls cd var. There is no var actually. Fine. So here we have the thing. Let's see. Okay, sudo systemctl status nginx to check if it is working or not. Now let's go sudo cd etc nginx, and we need to go for cdconf d, and there is nothing actually. I need to get back here. Cd nginx config. Oh, not cd. It's going to be nano nginx config, and where is it? Well, let me give you real quick what is happening here. So fine, let's come here and let's see if they are running or not. And yes, it is running. And secondly, I need to see if this one is running or not. They're different. Well, so they're okay. Now what I need to search, well, I forgot about it, that where the default nginx page exists, where the default nginx HTML file exists in Ubuntu. So thanks for AI, it is var www. Okay, it's in there. So cd var, well, cd var w and HTML, cd HTML, and here we can see this thing. So nano index.html, I mean not HTML here. So I am just going to add hello nginx on here. One. Oh, my bad. Sudo nano index nginx domain HTML, and I think this is the first server. So one. Done. Sudo nginx, oh, not nginx, sudo nginx-t, everything is okay. Sudo systemctl restart nginx, and done. It is done. Now what do we need to do? This the same thing here. First of all, let's see if they are working or not. And here you can see this is welcome to nginx on, and then where we need to go is the second instance. The first instance, let's cut it and let's go to the same place, var www html sudo nano nginx, oops, my bad, sudo nano index. It is quite difficult. Sudo nano index.nginx -divine.html Debian, sorry. Okay, now let's give it the name 2. Well, sudo systemctl restart nginx, and let's cut it down too. And from here we can see if it is running or not. Oh, okay, that's not the thing. This is the one. This should be 2. Okay, so this one is 1 and this one is 2. Now what do we need to do? Let's go back to our Elastic Load Balancer where we left it, and let me recap it real quick. So first of all, we need to name the load balancer, in this case my ELB, and we need to select whether we need to make this load balancer internet facing or internal. The internet facing, if you select the internal facing, then people will be able to make use of the DNS name as a site, okay, as a address to hit the request on it. Or if you want it to be private in your VPC, then you need to select this internal, but in this case it is internet facing so that people can make use of it. And the load balancer IP address type is IPv4. We need to select the VPC, as we didn't create our own VPC, so we need to make use of the default VPC created by AWS itself. We are going to select the availability zone. So here you can see we need to here you can see this. Here is some little notation here that select at least 2 availability zones and a subnet for each zone. So subnets are selected by default because this subnets has been created with the VPC by AWS itself. So as we are learning, so we are going to select all the availability zones here. Security groups, we have selected the security groups that we have created earlier for this Elastic Load Balancer, which is my ELB security group. And then we need to specify the listeners and routing. So this Elastic Load Balancer will take the request at HTTP protocol on port 80, and this requests are going to be forward to target groups. So in this case we don't have any target groups, so we need to create a new target group. So let's click on this add target group from here. Oh, my bad. So create new target group from here, and as we have created 2 EC2 instances and they're visible here publicly, so we need to create the target group for these instances. So we need to select these instances, and if you have any other IP addresses from or outside or inside the AWS, you can make use of them as well. Or if you want to send it further to another application load balancer which is internal maybe, or whatever case, then you can also select it as well. You can also select the Lambda functions if you are trying to do it, but in this case we are selecting the EC2 instances. So now let's name the target group. So EC2 target group. So I named it really nicely. Then in which protocol and which port this requests are going to be forwarded to our instance. So this is the HTTP and port 80 to our instance. Okay, now the IPv4 address type will be available, and the VPC, that is the default one that we didn't create, which on this is not created by us, this is created by default. So we are going to use the protocol version HTTP on, and health check, this is important. If you didn't this is actually the automated thing, so you need to select it. So as we have created our protocol in our HTTP, in our EC2 instance as HTTP, so we need to select the HTTP as well here to check the root of our page. So this is the root of our page. So if it found something, then it will be healthy, else it's not healthy. So whenever this is this found something unhealthy, it's not going to redirect it to that unhealthy instance. It will make use of that healthy instance. Okay, so now here we don't need to touch any of them right now. So now let's create on the next, and on which port of these instances you are going to make the request. It is port 80, which is HTTP, and we don't need to check anything further. So let's select all of this and include as pending, and now let's go next. And this is the summary that we have configured for our target group, and let's create the target group. Okay, it has been created, and here you can see healthy 0 and unhealthy 0. So it is not checked yet, so we will come back here later. Now let's go back to our load balancer where we left, and from here let's refresh or reload this particular option, and you'll be able to see that EC2 target group that we have created right now. Let's select it and turn on the target group thickness, stickness. We don't need to select this. This is a whole different thing that's not a part of this video. I will make a separate dedicated video on it. So yeah, that is too advanced for this video now. So let's keep it. Let's keep these two. These are the WAF, web application framework. We don't need to look at it right now, but there is a very interesting feature called AWS Global Accelerator. We will discuss it later in upcoming videos. Okay, now let's go and create load balancer, and it's been created. It will take a little bit of time to provision the load balancer, so it will take a little bit of time, but here you can see this two EC2 instances are running separately, and you can access them separately using their IP addresses. Okay, so now let's come here and see if these are healthy or not, and their health status is initial. Okay, so it's initial and it is taking a little bit of time, and if you want to see the further configuration for health checks, just click on this health check, and you can see that the timeout and the interval. So okay, so if something here healthy threshold 5 2 and these are okay, so interval is 30 seconds. So after every 30 seconds it is going to make a request to the instances, and it will check if it is healthy or not. Okay, and depending on the checks, it will make the status of that particular EC2 instance in the target group as healthy or unhealthy. Okay, you can check and edit it further. And now let's come here and reload it to see if they're healthy or not. So they are not healthy right now, so it will take a little bit of time. So let's give it some time, and it may take a little bit of time because it is still in the provisioning state. So yeah, I will come back when it is done. So now it is active. The status of the load balancer is active, and it's running now. And if you go to the target group, and you can see this health status is healthy right now. Now what you can do is, let's come back to our load balancer, and from here, if you see this DNS name, if you see this DNS name, you can copy this DNS name. This is going to be act as your domain name. Further later on you can also change this, but this is not the topic for this video. So let's come here and paste it, and make sure it is HTTP, not HTTPS, because we didn't allow HTTPS or the TLS certificate right now for this DNS. So if you, right after clicking the head button, you can see it is it is able to make the request or distribute the traffic to our EC2 instances. Using the same link, it is going to distribute the load or the HTTP or HTTPS traffic to our EC2 instances. For example, let's reload it. It will see it's been changed and redirected to another server, which is 1, and it is 2 again, 1 again. So they are actually jumping from one server to another to distribute the traffic. Okay, this is usually really helpful to reduce the traffic load to a particular EC2 instance. Instead, this strategy is used to distribute the traffic to a fleet of EC2 instances or servers as well. Okay, so this is the main thing, but the people are really horrible. They can find out your EC2 instance and make use of the IP address individually to access it, to make sure that the EC2 instances are only able to accessible by this load balancer. People should not access the site or the server through their private, the individual EC2 instances IP address, public IP address. So we need to restrict it. How we can do that? Let's go to our EC2 instance, and from here you can see the security groups, and from here you can see the security groups that we have created earlier, visible here too. So what you have learned, you can create new security groups from EC2 instances and under the network and security from security groups, either from this way, or you can also go to the VPC here, and from this VPC you can also be able to list and create or delete your security groups as well. So let's come here, and from here we need to edit the my EC2 security group. Let's click on it and edit the inbound role, and from here, remember, we did something called the security group references. This security group reference is coming from the Elastic Load Balancer security group. So I want my EC2 instances should be only accessible from this particular security group, and so we are going to delete these two, which was HTTP and HTTPS. So now this is only accessible by SSH and throughout our load balancer security group. So now let's save it and reload this individual server. It's not going to be available. See, it is reloading. It's not going to be accessible anymore. But here is our load balancer DNS. From here we can access it. It may take a little bit of time, but it is completely okay. So it is gateway. Oh, my bad. Did I make some mistakes? Let's go to our security group. From here, well, the port is not mentioned here, so we need to mention the port that from this Elastic Load Balancer security group, it will be redirected into our instance 80 port 80 of our instance. Okay, now let's give it some time, and here you can see it's available now. See, they are available. And if you go to the instances and here select this instance and click on this public IPv4 address, let's try to access it individually. See, it is not going to access it anymore. Let's select this one too and try to access it. See, we cannot individually access these servers anymore. So this is the power of security groups and making use of them from malicious people. And from here you can see this DNS of Elastic Load Balancer is successfully able to redirect or distribute the traffic to the EC2 instances that we have added in our target group. Okay, so that was the video, and this video I hope you learned a lot and you can make use of it in your real application. If you like this video, make sure to share this video with your friends, and hit that like button, and if you want, you can also subscribe this channel to get videos like that in near future. So now let's delete all of this just to avoid our unexpected bill. So it is shutting down and then it will be terminated. Now let's go to the target groups. From here we also need to remove this target group, so let's delete it. Okay, so it's not going to delete because, well, currently in use, so we cannot delete it. First of all, we need to delete our load balancer. So let's come here and delete this load balancer. So we need to type confirm to delete it. Well, now let's go to the target group, and it should be deletable right now. So now, yes, it can be deleted. Now let's go back to the instances and let's see if they are terminated or not. Yes, these are terminated and they'll be gone very soon. Now let's go to the security groups. You have two options. Either you can make use of these security groups under the EC2 instances, or you can go to the VPC as well. From here, let's delete these two that we have created for this video. I'm going to delete it by writing the delete, to confirming it that I really want to delete my security groups that I have created. One thing is here. Well, so this thing is not deleted yet now, so I need to delete it again. Delete this security group. Yeah, it's been deleted, but you cannot delete this one because this is the default on that, and at least on security group must have to be there in the list. Okay, so that was the video. Thank you everyone. Goodbye. Namaskar.